I'm Stephen Mogel from Florida Frozen Drinks, and I'm here to show you how to replace your fan motor on your Ugolini 2-bowl machine. Now, there are 3 motors on this machine. You can hear right now the fan motor going on, and the fan motor is turned on whenever the machine is on. So this is the main power button, so it's on, that's off. Now we don't hear the fan motor. Now we hear the fan motor, okay? There's also this button here that controls this side, and this button here that controls this side. Now, if you've had one of these slushy machines for a while, you know about those motors, or you know about those buttons. What I'm going to do is show you on how to remove the fan motor, the one that goes on and runs continually, even when the bowls aren't on. All right? So I'm going to take a second, and I'm going to take all the panels off. So now you see that all the 2 side panels, the rear panel, and the front panels have all been taken off. And that right there is the fan motor. Let me turn it off right now so you can see it. This is very sharp, so do not touch it when it's on. Wait until it's fully off. And you see this is the fan motor. What's happening is that the ball bearings that are inside the fan motor are going bad, and there's no grease there to lubricate them, so they're rubbing back and forth, and that's why you hear that noise. Now I'll show you when you turn it on. See, that's a stuck fan motor. Okay, now I'm gonna let go, and it's gonna start flying around. Okay, just to show you about the fan motor. Now let me take the bowls off, which you should already know how to do, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, so we've already used our Phillips screwdriver. Now we're going to use a 10mm socket with a socket wrench. So what you need to do is there's 2 screws holding. We've unplugged the machine. Very important, unplug the machine. There are 2 screws holding the fan bracket into place. See that? So what we need to do is we need to tilt the machine back with our 10mm socket and go under there, and you can see the screws. Actually, they're bolts. They're not screws. Right there. So what we're going to do is undo each one at a time. Now, some people have said to lay the machine totally on its back or on its side. Well, you can do that, but if you do that, the oil that's in the compressor right over here will settle back into the compressor. So you're going to have to give it at least a day standing up before you use it again. But if you just tilt it at an angle for a little bit, it shouldn't be that bad. So, first bolt to come off the machine, holding the fan bracket into place. And now we're going to switch to the back and do the same. Remove the other bolt from this side. And you might have to have an assistant or 3 hands, get a shot from this side, to hold the brackets as you're removing the bolt fully. See how that goes. There's the bolt. How to get the motor out. What you do is you come back up front and you can pull the fan and there. Now you see that there's connectors right here. Depending on the age of the machine when it was done, they might have cable ties here on other points. So what we need to do is we need to remove those cable ties. All right. So with a pair of snips, just go in here, find the line and carefully just snip the cable tie itself. Okay. And okay, so you see the two black wires coming out from the fan to the brown and the white. Now it's very important that you get these two. So you just unplug it, slide the blade from the connector.
Do you need to mark which one's which?
No, it doesn't matter which one plugs back in, as long as you're plugging back into the white and the brown. So, okay, so you've got the new fan motor plugged in. So now we put the fan back into position. Back up. Now you'll see that sometimes Ugolini has put down multiple holes, which can be confusing. Okay, I always start with the one closest to the coils, to the radiator type. Okay, so what I do normally, start with the bolt, pop it up.
From underneath?
From underneath.
The front one?
Yes. See how that pops up? Now place it right over the hole and do a couple of hand turns. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. There we go. And it just screws right in. See how that pops right back up? Okay, so I just hand tighten it for now. Then come to the back and do the same thing with the back screw. I might have to put my hand through the machine to hold it into place, but hey, you want it to be a technician. You might have to move it around a little bit to find the right spot. Or you might even have to move it up. All right, so we've got it hand tightened. We adjust our socket wrench, and then we continue tightening it up. Do the same thing where we tighten it with the socket wrench in the front. Tuck the wires underneath, plug it back in, turn it on, and there's the fan motor going. That's the new fan motor that we just put in. So that's how you change a fan motor on a Ugolini 2-bowl. Doesn't matter if it's an MT or an NHT model, but that's the basic fan motor. So any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to call me at 561-313-6589.